No,
Technical issues aside.
it's a story issue because Mike's character was tied to a character that no longer is playing.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
He can still. He could. You could just. No, he can just be there, just not with us right now.
Yeah, he can be an
Maybe a
NPC.
zombie.
Yeah, it's fine. So,
No
Mike,
shit,
we'll
they're
start with
wearing-
Okay.
you wake from sleeping, and you've been traveling for about a week on this ship, bringing you to a place you're not familiar with. You know that it was the Kaidnar Empire that more or less captured you. And you are in a ship's brig. You've been traveling with your former mentor, Beach, for about 4 months.
Okay.
But he was captured with you, so he's sleeping next to you. He's not awake right now. To your left, you see a elf girl kind of sitting in a separate cell. And on your right, there's another dragonborn and a forest gnome in a cell to the right. You hear the sound of rain outside. The sea feels pretty calm, like the ship's not rocking too much. And you hear the bells going off that you're just about to come into harbor. From what you know of the Kaidnar Kingdom or Empire, you know that their capital is Peacewood, and so if you're coming into a port and going to the capital for trial, you would be coming into the port of Duragor. Duragor.
Okay.
For those of you taking notes. And Kaidnar is spelled Keidnar. This port is a prominent port in the Empire. It's commonly used for traders and nobles. It's only 2 days' ride from the capital of Peacewood. So, you're curious. You've never been up here. So you look out the window and you're expecting to see a really beautiful port. It's wealthy. It's a nice part of town, so to speak.
Okay.
But to your surprise, instead of seeing all that, you see a lot of damage to the buildings close to the shore. Some of the ones in the back, there's smoke rising from them. They're not on fire, but they were recently.
Do we see this from the brig?
You look out. There's like a window, a porthole in your cell that you just looked out, and this is what you're seeing.
Okay.
You look kind of in the water, and there's a couple bodies floating in the water. There's a ship half sunk in the harbor, and it looks like this town just got fucked up.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You guys interact with each other for a little bit right now.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over to Beach, who is sleeping. I'm gonna gently wake him with a shrug on the shoulder.
What? Where are we? What is this?
Hey. Be calm, friend. This doesn't look like what we were expecting. It looks like there's some kind of fire out there. It looks like somebody's, I want to say, under attack. It looks like. It looks rough out there. I think we should kind of lay low and see what happens.
Everyone, Randy, Britt, and Chris, you can all hear their conversation. They're like this. There's no privacy between yourselves. You all see each other and hear each other. So you heard what Mike just told him.
Okay.
So were we all looking outside when
you
to see
all
the bodies?
there's a single window in every cell. So if one of you Aaron, you can look out. There's no one sharing your cell, but Shakal and what's your character's name, Randy?
Hold on, it starts with an A. Hold on, I'm trying to load this shit. Man.
No problem.
Oh, Mike, change your name from Mike M to your character.
A fleas. It's randomized. It's like a no.
Okay. Aflees.
Don't know how to do that.
Aflees and Shakal, if you guys want to look out, you're either gonna have to squeeze together and look out it's a small window. It's only about 6 inches round. Or you can just take turns one at a time looking out.
Okay, when I look out the window, do we see anybody? Like, are we close enough to like land that we can see people on the ground?
Like on the shoreline?
Yeah, is there anyone like walking around? moving
There's
around?
people moving around, but you're still too far away from shore to tell what's going on.
Okay, are they like congregating anywhere?
They are all they're all sort of moving to the docks, yeah.
Okay.
Has the boat completely come to a stop?
Nope, you're still moving. You're
Okay.
about 200 to 300 yards offshore. It's hard to tell from here, but you can see. You can see the shore,
Yeah.
but
Is it
you
mayhem?
see the shore, you see the mayhem, and you see people moving around, but you're really not sure what's you can't get a clear picture as to what's going on. You just know like there's been some damage done.
Can I Can I do an investigation check to see like what race the bodies are, or like to see like if there's any like wounds I can see like visible, anything like that?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Well, let me just grab my d20.
While he's looking for that, off topic a little. Do we know why we got imprisoned?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
Right.
No, none of you. Seems to be just a general. You were kind of in their territory, and without like proper papers or whatever.
Wrong place, wrong time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Or
Skyrim style.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a +4. I got a 4 + 1, so 5. So I'm guessing I didn't see anything.
Your eyes are closed.
you know there's bodies in the water and they're dead.
Heard.
All right. Cool.
All right.
So pretty much nothing else.
But like I said, you're like, what was that?
What?
Someone just
Sounded like someone
left
joined
again.
and then left. It must have been Jack. You're like I said, you're about 200 to 300 yards. You're getting closer. So the bodies that are this far out are kind of getting
they
washed
charred?
around. They're getting washed around by the ocean. Fish are starting to gather around them and like nipping at them. So it's really hard to tell what happened to them.
Okay. Do they look like charred or like mauled? Like, are there any like superficial wounds?
You, from where you are and how fast you're going, you can't tell a thing.
Ew. Okay.
Alright, my character declines to not look out the window and instead is meditating in a half lotus position.
Okay.
Ethan, I have the spell Minor Illusion,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make a illusion, and I can only make like a really small illusion with it. It's a cantrip of mine.
Yeah.
And I only want to make something like really small, so I'm gonna make an imaginary key that doesn't actually exist.
Okay.
All right.
What?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Are you guys so like and Beach and I don't know your character's name, Mike.
Brolin.
Yes, I do. Brolin. Beach and Brolin are the only two people in this room that know each other. The rest of you are kind of customers of circumstance.
Okay.
And I can't. I'm too short. I can't see out the porthole.
Okay.
I'll pick you up and let you
Put me
peek out.
down.
All right.
God damn it,
So,
Roland! This
if
journey
you
is
guys
worse
are,
and worse. Idea these
like-
days go by.
You guys have been traveling. Mike and Beach were picked up first. Shakal was brought on next. And then Aaron, and then finally, spell your guy's name?
I'm a fleece.
Spell it.
AFLIES.
A fleece.
I thought your
So
whole
a
thing
fleece-
was I'm a fleece. I like
A
that.
A Fleece was brought on last. Fleece, you've only been here for about 3 days. It was kind of like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You were brought in quick succession. So as you all are looking out the window, you hear familiar footsteps coming down the deck.
While I hear these footsteps, sorry, 1 second. I just had to say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at everyone. I'm gonna show them the key, and I'm gonna say, I have a plan, but you guys have to follow what I do.
Why would I follow what you do? I don't even know you.
And I lean over to Brolin and say, "Look at this idiot."
I'm gonna say, just trust me, but like the footsteps are happening, so I'm assuming that's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's the Master at Arms Celdic, Celdic. He's a light brown turtle. He stands about 6 feet tall. For those of you who don't know what a turtle is, it's a giant tortoise that's alive and sentient and talks. There's a light brown turtle standing 6 feet tall. He's just average for a turtle, so he's about like 250. There's a chunk missing out of the left side of his shell, like over his left shoulder, where he got hit by something. He never explained what it was. He comes lumbering down the steps with the keys at his waist, right near his saber. He's been really nice to all of you. He talks with you every day that you've been in. He's never mistreated you. He's not hit you, and he's given you like good food. Like as far as prisoners are concerned, like it's good food.
Are we the only prisoners on the ship? Is the 5 of us?
There is one other prisoner across. Like there's kind of a hallway dividing this section of the ship. There's one other prisoner just kind of sitting on a bench with a hood up. You can't see his face.
Okay. Has he been there before me and Beach?
Mm-hmm. He's been there the whole time, and as far as you know, he never moves.
Did any attempt to greet him or anything? He just never acknowledged it?
He didn't. No matter what you do, Beach threw something at him on like the 3rd day, and it bounced off and like didn't seem to face him at all.
Wish I knew more trees like him.
Yeah.
So Celdic comes down, and he says, "All right, seems you might be in a bit of luck, lads. The port was sacked by pirates last night, and I guess they promised to return tomorrow. Take hold of the port, blockade the town, all that. Captain's made a deal. We'll give you all full pardons and release you with no questions. Only if you aid in defending the city. It's your choice, but whatever happens, we need to get you off the ship as quickly as possible."
Someone else want to respond first? Or...
I'm all for a full pardon.
All right.
Why not? Anything that gets me off this boat.
Like, this guy's been, like, to be clear, he's been nothing but nice and honest and, like, treated you all really well.
I'll ask him if he's ever seen an attack like this before. Sorry.
We've been hit by pirates over the years. I don't remember ever seeing it quite to this extent, though.
Mr. Turtle, sir, somebody on the ship, I don't know who it was, but gave me this key. I showed him the key.
Huh. When did you get that key? I haven't seen anybody down here.
I swear, someone came down here and handed me this key.
All right.
What, like,
besides
you
this
see it.
imaginary key,
What
what
do you
is
mean? You
out
don't know what's
there?
imaginary. You don't know what's imaginary.
Yeah.
Besides this
To you, it looks
mystery
real.
key that you magically got from some random human being or some random creature that has never been here before.
Probably a turtle.
Where did the pirates go? Where are they from?
Is that directed at Celdic?
The turtle dude.
I just want to clarify that none of you know the key is fake.
Celdic.
Unless
I
you're
thought
it was
investigation
supposed
code.
to.
All right. Just make sure.
I'm aware that it's fake. I just also am aware that I didn't see anything recently.
So he looks at the key and he takes it and he goes to take it from your hand and he's
So when he does that, I'm gonna trip. I'm gonna look like I trip away from him, like I'm gonna fall away from him, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, I dropped it." And I'm gonna make the illusion go away.
Do a deception check.
Okay.
What's your end game here, buddy?
I know,
Just
right?
Hey man,
Just
I'm just. Hey dude, I'm.
This should be
rolling.
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, I like it.
Okay. Keep in mind,
Like,
Randy, sometimes when they ask questions, they are role-playing their character.
Oh yeah, I was role playing Alpha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just like at the beginning, I like to show like what my character is like based on like what. So,
Oh, okay.
all right. I rolled a 19 plus it's wisdom, right? So it's 1. Or is it intelligence? Sorry, I don't have a thing in front of me.
Deception
I'm pretty sure it's wisdom.
is charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, it's charisma? Okay, yeah, so it's a +2. So it's 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a natural 21, but
Oh, so all right. So yeah, but it was natural 19.
natural 19. Yeah.
So he kind of reaches through the bars and his neck extends abnormally long, like through the bars, and he goes, "Are you all right?"
I think so. But I dropped the key somewhere over there. I don't know where it went.
He goes, "Well, don't worry about that. I'll find it later. Let's just get you all topside. So you don't have any of your weapons, I should point out.
So,
Those are all confiscated, but you don't have weapons. You do have your clothes still, and all your belongings were taken somewhere. You're not. They never told you. They never bothered to tell you.
Okay.
all right. So my question to the tortoise gentleman was, does he know where these pirates came from?
No. Like I said, we've been hit over the years. It's not always the same fleet of pirates. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand that, sir.
It's just it
Now you
happens.
want
But this
us-
is a pretty significant attack.
So you want us to guard this area with a pardon. My question to you, sir, is are we getting our weapons back, or what are you giving us to
Well,
protect
naturally, we'll
this?
give you what you need to defend yourselves if we ask you to defend our city.
Define what we need.
Your belongings.
Okay, all right, understand. I'm down. Are you guys down?
Well,
I'm
Keldic,
down.
my friend.
Full,
Keldic.
full pardon. I'm not gonna pass it.
Yeah, full pardon for what?
Chakal,
Yes.
is that a yes to the turtle?
All right, I'll
Uh,
accept my full pardon, but I want to point out that I never admitted guilt.
I would like
Yeah.
to ask Keldic what we're being pardoned for. I feel like I've done nothing wrong.
he kind of looks at you and he goes, "You may have not done anything wrong. We just picked you up because we're under orders."
Ah.
Under orders from who? And is this the same people that would like us to protect the city?
Standing orders of the empires that if we find somebody in the city, in the walls, and they don't have proper passage into the walls, we take them in. The Empress herself will decides whether you're guilty or not.
Well, Brolin, that was us.
What is the Empire's full reach?
Hang on. Are any of
Oh, sorry.
you? Britt, you're an elf, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm a. What else? Yeah.
Yeah. So the Empire's reach. This empire, the Kaidnar Empire, it extends. I'm drawing it on the map right now. It's
Yep,
the red.
okay.
What?
Follows this.
He's going to be drawing a section of the map to show where
Gotcha.
the Empire reaches.
That's
Oh, I see it.
their region.
Okay.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
Randy can't see the map or anything because it's not working for him, but
It's big. It's big, Randy. It's big.
it's a significant portion.
Kind
It's
of,
huge. Huge.
It's about 1/8 of the map.
Yeah. So it's
Alright, quadrilateral.
they are an elven. I'm gonna delete that for now. They're an elven race, and so you're somewhat familiar with them, Aaron. And
So-
you've heard of the Empress before. You know the Empress. I'm gonna type her name to you.
Oh, okay. Un momento, por favor.
Nope.
Oh, what? Did you
So
type
what
it
do
to
you
me?
think, Beach?
I say we
Dad?
do it. Anything to get me off this boat.
Yeah. I'm
Roland, there's
feeling
one thing I
Kevin's
said when we
favor.
started this journey. I don't do boats.
Yeah.
And look
Oh,
where we are. Not only are we in a jail cell, it's a jail cell on a boat.
This
So-
was
By
that
now,
was too
by
bad.
now, the ship has docked, and you hear footsteps above as people are rushing to get things off the ship.
Now, hold on, Ethan. So you said that I'm familiar with the Empire, correct?
You're familiar. You know of their. You know of them more than anyone else on the boat currently would.
Okay, and okay, yeah, never mind. I don't know what I was trying to say. Yeah, all right, carry on.
There's another thing that just came through to you that you would know.
Okay, hold on a second.
I like my picture in here, Ethan. I'm gonna roll 20 now.
Yeah.
I like
Cool.
the picture you picked. Word.
So everyone is agreeing to /me, and then
Yeah.
whatever you wanted.
Huh?
Chris was trying to meditate, and
Brolin peers out.
Hold on.
There
Shit's
you
all
go.
fucked up now.
You can have an epiphany? What is that?
It's all right. It's right. It's right. So, Keldic, well, he kind of looks at you all, and he goes, and he says for a minute, he pauses, and he goes, "Can I trust ye?"
you can trust me.
And he looks at
Yeah.
each one of you, waiting for a response.
Yes.
You can
Yeah, why
trust me
not?
to an extent.
Just say yes.
He kind of cocks an eyebrow at that remark, Aaron. He proceeds to unlock all your cells and kind of starts walking up, and he looks back at you over his shoulder, walking up the steps, and he goes, "Follow me."
What about that guy down there?
Yeah,
He looks
what's
back.
his
He
deal?
looks back at him, and he goes, "Follow me."
But if you're
Understood.
pardoning us, why doesn't he have a say in it? And where is
Clearly
he
he's-
going?
He has a say in nothing. He doesn't talk.
Clearly, he's either not up to protect, or he's done something far worse that he doesn't deserve pardoning.
Or he
And
can't
we
talk.
should know whether or not he is able to help, because then that's more power for us.
Excuse me, Master Tortoise. Are there any other prisoners in this area?
Are you talking about the ship?
Ah. He doesn't see our fellow prisoner. So,
Wait,
Where do you get that from?
that's a crazy assumption on that one. I think
I
you
think if
misunderstood
we
that one.
can get more help, we can get more help. And if he's just going
He's
to be
not
sitting here...
leaving that cage.
Oh my god, Chickle, is he in my head?
okay.
Am I imagining him?
Beach. Just, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're
He
okay.
brings. So he then more aggressively waves and starts walking up the stairs. And when he waves, you all feel a kind of nudge towards following him.
All right, let's just go.
Ow.
So when he leads you up to the top of the deck, he brings you before what, just by appearances alone, is the captain. As you look around, the crew is scrambling and getting the last of, like, they're all girded up for battle, and they're like running down the planks to their positions. And you see there were 2 clerics on board, and they've already they're like halfway down the plank by the time you get up. And they're rushing over. And so now that you're on top of the deck and you're in port, you look out. Some of the buildings that were close to the shore are just completely crumbled down to nothing, just completely destroyed. Their bodies in the water are... Or not the bodies in the water, I'm sorry. The bodies on the shore are just all being pulled to 2 kind of... It looks like little campfires that are just filled with healers just going as fast as they can, just kind of like as fast as their mana will allow, just healing as many as they can, like whoever can be saved. And then like everyone who can't be saved is being mourned and lined up. There's a significant number of dead bodies covered up and everything along the beach.
Can we see those bodies? Like, what do they look like? Are they burnt? Are they mauled? Are they...
What kind of wounds do they have?
dismembered?
Yeah.
Most of the dead bodies are covered right now by like sheets or something, so you can't see the dead ones. The ones that are wounded and being healed, some of them are missing limbs completely. Some of them, most of it seems to be
Just normal battle fight.
standard battle damage.
Okay.
Sword cuts. There's a couple burn marks on some of them, or maybe there was a mage on the other, like a wizard on the other team casting a fireball or something. Nothing crazy. The craziest thing about what you see is that full buildings were destroyed.
At a quick glance, how many people are trying to save people? Are we talking like a couple? Are we talking like dozens? Are we talking hundreds? Is it like how many people are pulling the bodies and like
anywhere between 40 to 60 people are working on either side of the dock.
Okay.
Are there people like on the dock coming towards the ship?
A few. Most of them seem to be focused on what's going on in the shore or running to various buildings in the town, trying to get, survivors out of damaged buildings, assess damage. And Celtic told you this attack happened yesterday, and they're still running around like this. So...
Is there anyone close enough to the dock within earshot that, we could hear anything?
No, you're still on the boat, so you're still on the ship, so you're pretty high above the dock, and there's a lot of background noise right now.
Okay.
As we're walking, can I ask Kaldic? He said that they've been attacked before, but nothing to this extent. Do you know why they attack? Are they just looking for a random golden loot, or are they trying to prove a point here? To your knowledge.
Some of the smaller pirates are trying to make a name for themselves, I have to assume, but...
Well, I'm assuming this isn't a smaller pirate if they did this much damage.
I would agree, but I cannot say what would make one of the larger fleets attack us.
Us? So you're from this area?
I'm from the Empire.
Okay, and do you know where your Empress is?
In Peacewood.
In Peacewood. What does she say about all this? Have you talked to her recently?
The Empress stays in Peacewood. It's very rare that no one's seen her in a long time. Not personally, except for her advisors.
And who's her advisor?
That I don't know. It's a bit above my head, if you know.
But you were sent orders to get us, and
Not you specifically. It's standing orders within the Empire to arrest anybody in our territory without proper admission.
We just didn't have our passports.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to give us our weapons so that we can carry on with this?
Yeah, weapons? Weapons, please.
First, we had to talk to the captain. So... The captain is standing, and it's, she's standing at the plank waiting for you to come up, and so she sees you all talking. She's a slender elf, about 5.5 feet tall. Her coat is just deep purple, and the buttons are all silver, and they're pretty worn down, so she's wearing this a long time. She's been a captain for a long time. Her face... it's weathered by the sea and the sun. She's constantly out doing this, but she's still extremely beautiful. Brown hair falls to the small of her back in a simple ponytail, and she's standing before you, and she's definitely proud of her position, but when she speaks, there's no sense that you get where she feels like she's above you.
Hello, ma'am.
She's definitely talking to you like equals, even though you're considered prisoners right now.
She's standing next to us, or
she's standing at the plank of the ship, waiting for Celtic to bring you up.
Okay.
Before you speak, she says, yes, our captives. Celtic has relayed that some of you were simply caught in the wrong place at the wrong time and have no bounty within our lands. Right now, none of that matters. Has he told you all my offer?
Yes, he has.
told us that you were going to pardon us. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was your name, Captain?
Captain Feldra.
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 Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you. My question is, what are you going to gain out of us helping you, and why aren't you sending your own people to fight with us?
Well, the capital is 2 days ride away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 days there, 2 days back. It's 4 days before we can get any help. Pirates said that they would return tomorrow. And as you can see, the damage to the town was severe, and there aren't enough men to withstand another attack, not without aid.
Okay. So what do you want from us, your captors, who you know nothing about?
I'm just standing,
They want us to
arms
help?
crossed, tapping my foot, just impatiently waiting for my stuff, glaring at the
Alright,
Um,
Beast, you know what? Listen, okay, I gotta figure things out here.
If you
That's fine.
help us defend the town, you have nothing but my word is all I can offer. Anyone who survives will be freed immediately. I'll take care of any paperwork necessary.
I need my spell book. It's a bunch of leaves bound together.
Yes, we I saw that. I thought that was rather strange. But we've gathered it all at the local tavern.
Oh,
Celtic
thank
will take
God.
you there right now.
Are you supplying us with anything else, like any
We've
sort
got
of
nothing
horses?
left to give you.
Are
What
we
about a
getting
beer at the
food?
tavern?
Are we getting money? Are you helping us in any other way besides just giving us our shit and sending us on our way?
I could throw you back in the brig.
No, I'm not saying that. Damn it.
I was gonna say,
Jeez.
Ireland, Aaron, is it Aaron?
Aaron.
Aaron. All right, let my brother's name back. Aaron. I think that being let go, completely pardoned, is something that, without having to go to a trial, even if we were innocent, a trial is a timely process that I
No, I
wanted
understand
nothing
that,
to do
but
with.
we're getting thrown out into the wild with nothing besides the shit that we had. What about money? Like, how are we gonna be able to eat? Like,
If we get all our belongings, I believe we should have some money on us, and I believe if we are going to do this and help the Empire, they might be in some kind of service to us.
well, I
Just,
hope so.
we'll see where this takes us.
Can I try to roll a crit? Hey, Ethan.
I only have so much authority, and right now my authority only dictates I can pardon you. Anything else would be above me.
How about this, Captain Feldra? Could you
I
get
wanna-
us each a beer at this tavern?
Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Sure.
Great.
All right,
Some
I'm in. Let's
food.
go.
Wait,
I kind of want to be paid.
Yeah,
Paid in
exactly.
hell,
That's
what's
what I'm
better than that?
saying.
I mean,
You
can
can-
I roll?
you-
Can I roll
you
like a
wanna roll-
charisma roll or something?
persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try.
All right, hold on. Let me get my D20. Put it away for some reason. Isn't there a D20 on the thing? Oh no, I found it.
Yeah, there's a d20 on that
11 total.
It is D20.
one. She kind of looks at you and goes, "Freedom is payment enough."
All right, that's fine.
And she motions to you to follow Captain Keldick. So you all walk down. You're following him. He moves pretty quickly. And it's not too far before we get to the tavern. You're led inside, or he waves you inside, and he doesn't. Oh, he goes off, and you don't really see where he goes. But as you walk inside, you notice that there's a sergeant or some sort of soldier with more ornate armor than your standard foot soldier would have. He's standing there counting supplies. There's a pile of weapons on one table. There's a pile of armor on another. You do see kind of sorted off in like a crate, specifically your stuff. He doesn't really pay attention to you at all. He doesn't even turn around when you come through the door. He's very occupied, and as he moves from the armor to another table that's just a pile of what looks like food, but it's all in boxes. As he does that, I assume you all go over and grab your stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, would you rather us type
Yeah.
emotes on here, or do you want to say it out loud? Like,
I say we say it. Out loud.
I feel,
I would say
feel
because
like,
I don't
feel like
know how to use all that stuff.
yeah,
all you have
either
to do is
either
type /E.
Huh?
//
/E.
me.
Oh, I've been just doing /E. It's been working.
Oh well.
/me.
Yep.
Slash.
And then say
Yeah.
whatever.
Then say whatever. But you can do either or.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's grab our
Doesn't
stuff.
matter.
Just DM preference, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. As if I'm in the middle of an important thing and you cut me off, I'm just gonna talk over you.
Yeah, I totally get it. I feel you. No, that's totally fair.
Yeah. So as you notice him, he moves from the weapons or the armor to the food. This higher up soldier. An orc comes out from behind a door that's behind the bar, and he's just got a big barrel of ale on one shoulder. And he just looks over and he goes, Sarge, I don't suppose you need this, will ya? And the sergeant kind of dismissively waves his hand and says, No, booze isn't needed. Are any more of the rations ready? He says, no, not yet. Probably another 30 minutes or so, I'd say. And from the back, you hear a female voice. 45, and it'll be the last batch we can provide, Sergeant.
I think,
Where's
excuse
the
me,
food
sir.
going
Excuse me.
to?
That cask of ale was promised to us by Captain Feldra.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright, I forgot how to do that. I think I just click on persuasion, right?
Yeah.
Minus 1. Yeah.
You crit it,
Yep.
and it's -1. It's amazing. So he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Oh, okay," and he literally throws it at you.
I just hold out my arms.
Does anyone help Beach catch it?
I will absolutely grab it with him. Or
No,
attempt
I'm
to
watching
them.
these guys.
Okay.
Watching them.
Do you have to roll some kind of check?
No.
No.
You guys,
For being crushed.
you guys catch it.
Very good.
Good
This is
man,
what I'm
Roland.
dealing with. This is what I'm dealing
Doesn't
with.
even
There you
attempt
go,
to help.
buddy. This is well earned for you.
Hey, does someone want to get my
It-
stuff from that guy?
It's not
I have
tapped.
it. I gave it to you already.
It's not tapped yet. It's literally just a barrel. And he kind of looks over at you and goes, "Oh, you probably need one of these." And then he reaches down, grabs a tap, and chucks that across the room at you.
I can catch that by myself.
I was gonna say, with my hands full, I'm hoping that Beach gets it.
Yeah.
Are we like close enough to the sergeant that like we can ask him questions?
He's got his back to you, but you can. Yeah, you
Okay.
can talk to him. It's
is
not a
the
big
sergeant-
tavern. It's
Yeah,
not a big
it's
tavern.
small.
There's only
Okay.
about 6 tables in here, and currently 3 of them are occupied by the armor, the weapons, and then the food.
Where's all this food going, sergeant?
Is it okay? Wherever it's needed, and I know that's not exactly helpful in answering your question, Miss, but right now it's the best I can do. My mind's kind of occupied.
Where are most of your troops at, and where are you trying to disperse out to?
He kind of pauses at that question, and
We're here to help, sergeant.
he looks back at you, and when you look at his face, his right eye is scarred white. You know how when someone gets a cut on their eye and
Yeah.
it kind of glasses over? That's what's going on in his white eye. And the left is just a deep, beautiful crimson color. He looks at you and he just kind of goes, "Most of our forces are deployed on the northern beach. That's where the pirates fled to, so we assume that's where they'll come. But, of course, we have scouts in position south in case they decide to circle around." And he goes back to counting.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to like the group. Besides Beach, because he's probably getting fucking drunk right now. So my question is to them. Really, Beach? God damn it.
We've been on this boat forever. Please,
Alright,
give me one
so-
day.
I want
The
to check
orc-
that everyone.
We're all
The
gonna
orc
die tomorrow
before you go
anyway.
Says, Ginny, set aside a couple portions of the food, will you? We've got a few guests.
Thank you. Orc.
Side note,
So-
as Ethan, if my voice changes from on the same character between like accents,
Perfectly
don't
fine.
judge me.
Perfectly.
Yeah, you're good.
I
I'm
fully
voicing
appreciate
like
the accent you do. I'm pleasantly surprised
Exactly.
already, so it's awesome.
Okay.
Did we ever get the sergeant's name?
Nope.
Did anyone kindly ask him what his name was?
All you've heard from the orc is Sarge.
Okay. I'll approach him as everyone's getting their food, and I'll say, Sergeant, name's Brolin. Obviously a captain on the boat. I'm here to help. Any other information that you haven't given to us would be greatly appreciated. Have you, how many men have you lost so far?
Let's see.
Also, I asked
Probably
his name.
Maybe somewhere between around 75 men.
One of the worst
There's a look in his eye when he says that. That's kind of he's shaken by this.
Okay. You've never seen an attack like this before.
Not at home.
What defenses do you normally have for something like this?
Well, there were 2 towers fitted with cannoneers. One of them got destroyed. Other than that, it's ships in the harbor, which the ship you rode in on is now our reinforcement, and whatever men we have on the shore.
Where were the towers?
To the north and south of the port. If you look on the map, you see... I can mark it, sorry. This delta that I just circled small, that's where
Yeah.
you guys are.
Okay.
So it's a fairly easily defended position, or it should be. But keep in mind, like, for distance, that delta to Peacewood is 2 days ride. Not 2
Okay.
days walking, that's 2 days horse ride travel.
Okay.
So 1 square is 2 days ride, so, you know,
It's like 150 miles or something like that, or 100.
yeah,
miles.
it's a pretty long, it's a large delta, you know, but it's still somewhere that should be easily defended.
Also, I'm sorry, Sergeant, I didn't catch your name.
That would be because I didn't give it. Any kind of smirks.
A man of secrets. I understand.
He looks at you and he writes down one last thing on his little. It's not a clipboard because it's not, you know, that wasn't invented yet, but you know, his little notebook that he's writing in. He writes down one last thing, closes it. He nods at the orc behind the bar, and he says, "Well, I've got to sort out some other things. You're welcome to whatever food they can provide to you, but whatever's on this table, please, we need this."
With that roll that I rolled, could I see what he had written down? 18.
Are you looking?
I'm looking at. I was trying to catch a glimpse of his book.
Is it investigation? Would be if
Okay,
you're looking to see what's actually written, it'd be investigation.
Right.
But I'll keep the same roll.
Oh, okay, okay.
'Cause it's
It would be a 17 instead of a 18. then, 'cause I have a
Yeah.
book.
Okay. Yeah. It's literally just a list of like swords times 20 spears.
Okay.
Just like an inventory.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's literally just an inventory of what's on the table. Like you could literally copy this list verbatim if he left just by going through the tables.
Okay, got it.
Before the sergeant steps out, can I ask him to
He's
see...
moving fast.
Okay. I really quickly try to speed behind him and catch him. But is there any place where you need the most reinforcements? Where would you like us to help you, Sergeant?
The docks.
The
Without
docks.
doubt, the docks. If they get past the northern defenses, the docks are going to be what they blockade. That's where our ships are. That's what they'll come for.
Is there anyone that you're leaving in charge here that we can go and meet up with to try to help out?
He's like halfway out the door at this point, and he kind of looks back at you over his shoulder, and there's a smirk. He goes, "I'm in charge,"
But
and then
where
he's
are
gone.
you- Where's he going? Dad?
Don't know. The orc behind the bar, or sorry, not the orc. The
Ginny?
Bar wench.
I have a couple things that are like important that I wrote down, and
Oh, okay.
it's gone way out of order as I expected because you guys asked questions. But
Sorry.
it's part now.
You should've shut up.
Don't be sorry. That's part of playing the game.
Talked a lot in D&D.
We
talked
we
a lot in
we
life.
need you, Brit,
So-
because Beach is just drinking.
He
Well,
looks
what
so.
else is new?
So the orc. There's kind of this awkward pause as Erin kind of like has a flashback to her dad leaving her as the sergeant leaves, and
My
you're all
dad was killed. My dad
everyone's
was
quiet
killed by
for a minute.
Dragon, okay.
Everyone's quiet for a minute, and then the orc goes, "Ugh."
Oh, sorry.
Your
You're still here?
name's Befik. You can call me Fick.
Fick.
Uh,
Aaron?
Bad timing you coming into the port today, and not just because of the weather.
It's not like we asked to be here.
Fair enough. By the way, if the ale isn't doing it for you, I do have a keg of rum stashed away for special
I'll take the rum.
occasions.
I'll take the rum.
And since we might die, it seems
take it.
special enough.
Help me!
He reaches down. You hear a latch. And then he picks up. I'm watching your stream and I see you typing before things come.
It's weird it's not on a delay, honestly.
He picks up a barrel, sets it on the counter, and then you hear the latch close again. As he's doing that, Ginny comes forth from the back. She's a human, face full of freckles, fiery red hair.
Hey.
Uh,
What's up, girl?
she sets a
Same.
pot on the bar. She just goes, "Help yourselves."
Thanks, girl.
And then she reaches to a cupboard behind the bar and just sets down five bowls and 5 spoons. Does anybody go up to it?
Me.
I will.
Nope, I'm happy
it's a pot
drinking
of-
my ale in the corner.
It's a pot of stew. It smells really good. Carrots floating in it.
Yeah.
Some sort of meat. You can't tell because it's cooked.
Fuck it.
But like I said, it smells really good.
Roland will grab 2 bowls, one for me and one for Beach, to try to subdue some of the alcohol poisoning he's giving himself.
I'm going to grab a bowl as well and thank Ginny.
She nods, and she kind of goes. She nods at you and just kind of smiles and goes back into the kitchen. Takes the flagon from Beach and chugs it. I was gonna say, Shakul, what are you doing?
Oh, I will walk up as well and kindly.
Okay. Eris? Not Eris. Aphiles? Aphiles?
The fleece.
I'm following.
Fleece? Okay. I stop every now and then and make sure everybody's inputting, because otherwise Britt will run the whole campaign.
Yep. I'm
And then Beach will be at the fucking tavern still drinking.
Beach is just
So-
Beach is sitting with his arm around the keg of ale, just smiling, so happy to be off the damn boat on his second ale.
Befik comes over to you. Do you guys want the spelling? Do you guys want me to keep giving you spellings?
Oh, I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Give that up.
Befik is Befick.
I also spell everything wrong.
Well, I mean, it's your notes as long as you know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ginny
is like Ginny from Harry Potter.
I didn't
G-I-N-E-Y.
meet Ginny. I was over in the corner drinking.
The orc, or Befik, he's 7 feet tall,
Holy fuck.
stone gray skin, and a clean-shaven face. Emerald green, welcoming eyes. He's completely bald, except that there's a braid coming out of his back, out of the back of his head. And that goes like down to the floor, and that braid is just pure white. He walks around the bar, and he comes over, and he actually grabs a seat and sits down with you, and he's got his bowl of stew and a little pitcher of the rum, and he kind of leans into you. He goes, "Are any of you ever heard of Captain Shatterjaw?"
No.
Never.
Tell me more. And Brolin, get
Okay,
that shit out of my face.
Can I do a history check to see if I have her?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Sorry, I'm using real dice.
You're fine.
15 plus. It's intelligence, right?
Let me verify.
What is it?
I think so. Let me double check.
Sorry. I know you probably don't
Yeah,
have that.
intelligence. Intelligence.
Yeah, so 15 plus 3.
18? Yeah.
Yep.
So that name you definitely know. It's a famous pirate captain. And this is something only Aeflees knows, so the rest of you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I know who he is.
It's a famous pirate captain. You know he has his own fleet of ships. He has like fucked up navies before. And nobody knows where his base of operations is. But he's actually part of the reason he's so famous is he's actually a bugbear.
Ooh, there we go.
And
I like
bugbears
that.
bugbears
They're
are
tough.
actually like they're supposed to be stupid, but he seems like a tactical genius when on the in naval combat.
A smart bugbear. That's not a good combo.
No,
What was
So-
his name again?
Captain
Yeah.
Shatterjaw.
Shatterjaw. That's pretty self-explanatory on the spelling.
Captain Shatterjaw is a fuck dude. That's what I wrote. That's my note.
So I'm gonna look scared because I've heard and I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe he's here.
You don't know
this
what
guy's
he
gonna kill us all tomorrow?
You don't know what he looks like though.
Yeah, for sure. Because he's just like spoken.
Yeah, he's kind of like it's just one of those things. It's like it's almost a wives' tale where some people like don't think he's real, like in certain parts of the world, because he's mostly like a north thing,
Right.
a northern threat, I guess would be the word. So Thick turns back and he goes, so you know. I'd bet anything it's Captain Shatterjaw sacking this port tomorrow.
What makes you think that?
I saw the flag.
What does the flag look like?
The flag he describes the flag of Captain of the ship that he saw. It was an inhuman skull. The profile of it was definitely not a human skull. In profile, spitting flames.
Oh, great.
And he goes, "There's never been a flag like Captain Shatterjaw's, and by golly, that's it.
You saw that flag yesterday?
With me own eyes.
Which way did it go?
To the north, I told the sergeant.
And what did he say to you? Did he seem concerned?
Of course he is. Did you see the look on his face when you asked him how many men we'd lost?
Also,
Well,
did you
yeah,
see
but
the insane
anyone
amount
would
of
act
buildings
that
burnt
way.
down?
I didn't hear you, Aaron.
I said, well, yeah, but anyone would act that way if they lost any of their men.
Yes, but Sarge knows we can't defend against Shatterjaw. Not with a weakened force, not even at full force. We need the Empress.
Where is she?
2 days' ride to Peacewood. Who do you think we send for?
Who did you send?
The fastest riders. And guess how long it's gonna take him to get there?
Oh, I wonder. 2 days.
A day and a half.
Oh, you
They're
do
fast.
catch on, don't ya?
She's
Yeah,
brilliant.
I'm not stupid.
Good thing we got this one around, guys.
So I believe that most of this is above our pay grade, and I do think that we should just set up defense and help where we can. I don't think they expect much defense from us, but I'm assuming they hope that we can hold off some of the.
I think we
attack.
should ask this guy where we should go, find a basement, sit with our ale, and wait it out.
All right, this is why we're not listening to you, Beach.
Beach, I think it's time that we.
My humble opinion.
Did you guys introduce yourselves to each other, by the way?
Nope.
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 Do you want to do that? Do you want to kind of just tell everybody what we're looking at?
Yeah, I've just kind of been waiting for an opportunity to
Yeah.
where that would actually
yeah,
happen.
Yeah,
Kinda
I
take
was kind of
Of
assuming we
course.
did.
take kind of now to tell us all what you guys look like. Start. Yeah, you all see the same order. Just go in the order that's displayed at the bottom of your screen.
Okay.
So I see Beach first.
I
I'll see
see
you first.
No,
I see
you-
Aaron-
alphabetical.
Aaron first.
Aaron, Beach, Brolin, Shakal, and then Aflees.
Oh, okay.
Randy keeps throwing me off because it says Randy at the bottom and not Aflees.
Yeah, I don't know why. I switched it too.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right. So where the fuck? I don't even remember. I made this fucking character sheet like a long time ago.
Just give us a brief description of what you think you look like.
Well, all right. So I am a druid wood elf. I am about. I think when I did this, I was like 5 foot. Fuck, I don't know. 5 foot something. I'm like 5 foot. 5'5". I have reddish hair. I have. What the fuck? Hold on, sorry. Bear with me. Uno momento. Por favor. Alright, so I am 5'2", 120 pounds. I have like olive complexion. My eyes are green and I have brown hair. Just kidding, not red. On the slender type, obviously. I'm about 153 years old, but I definitely do not look like it. I age like fine guys. So yeah, that's about me. I'm very, very cautious with the people that I meet, obviously. But I believe that there's good in everyone. I do try to take care of people who are good to me. I've seen a lot within my 153 years.
You're older than
But
me.
yeah, bitch.
All right. Well, so Beach is standing at a whopping 3'2", 40
Oh
pounds.
Jesus.
40 pounds, 142 years old, which is
40
about-
pounds is light for 3'2".
Yeah, right.
Hey, I googled average rock gnome weight and height, and that was average.
So we could literally just like pick you up and carry you.
I'm a scrawny, I'm a
Preach.
3 foot tall, scrawny old man. I have just like a weathered, kind of wrinkled complexion. Like I've just been outside way too long. This picture is actually pretty great. My hair is just this like graying, almost to white, tangled mess sticking out everywhere. It seems to have like sticks and leaves and like an acorn or something in it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Yes.
you recognize him.
Where do I know you from?
I don't know.
Where are you from?
I can't keep track of every little girl I meet.
He
Little, I'm older than you and taller. So watch your mouth, sir.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of wearing grungy, green and brown tunic pants.
Where are you from?
I don't.
Beach, do you care if people know what your class is?
No, not at all.
Okay, you saw him at one of the Druid family meetings, and
Oh.
it's like a it's like a every couple years, all the separate Druid circles kind of meet in one location and just some change circles. It's just basically like a giant family gathering. It's a big party for Druids.
Burning Man.
It's
Burning Man for druids.
it's a big deal. And so every druid of age goes. So you've seen him there. You don't really know him, but you've unmistakably seen this crazy guy there.
Great.
Allow me to introduce
Sarah.
myself. I am Beach, wise sage and stalwart protector of the forest. You may have heard of me. They say I speak for the trees, or I speak to the trees, and the trees speak to me. Endlessly, ceaselessly, hopelessly. It's insane. They never stop. Endless chattering, nattering, nickering,
Yeah,
bickering.
just like you're doing right now. Thank you.
That
Me?
is at
No,
this point
never.
that-
No, he would
Speak
never.
lest to be most often heard, I always say. But do the trees listen? No! They never stop! It's madness! Maddening! Or it would be, to someone of less intellectual fortitude than myself. Not me, though. I'm still as sharp as the day I was born. That's all I got. Rolling you next.
I
great.
smile at that. When you look at me, what you guys see is a 6'8" tall bronze dragon wearing some pretty nice robes. Nothing like royalty, but like they're good. I have silver eyes and bronze scales. I'm about 30 years old. I'm like a hefty 300 pounds, but mostly muscle. And I tell everyone that I am. Yeah. I tell everyone that everything that I know, I learned mostly from this little guy right here, and I slap Beach pretty hardly on the back. We've done some research together. We've been all around, and anyone that wants to give him any trouble, they got to answer to me.
Mike, do you tell us what class you are?
I kind of puff
No.
my chest and stand like tall and proud.
You don't?
I do not.
Tall.
Yeah, smart. Honestly.
As tall as like my little height can manage.
Yeah. Okay. Sit down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't make a point of pointing out my class.
I'm gonna ask you like what you do. Like, you can.
Oh, what do I
choose
do?
it. Or no, like I'm gonna ask you like what are your skills?
His skills are leading
Magic.
friends on really terrible expeditions.
More like keeping you safe.
I dabble in magics. I'm always looking for something. Me and my partner here, we're always looking for some new kind of magic that we can delve into.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that simple.
All right. I don't press too much further.
All right. I
Cool.
don't.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, Shakul.
let's see what I am. Alright, I am a dragonborn. Of medium size, meaning 6'6" in height and 300 pounds.
I feel like he's reading the wiki.
No. Well, uh-oh, wait.
Uh-oh, I lost the
Wait.
wiki page.
No,
Wiki
no,
crash.
seriously, wait a second. At any rate,
Safely's
if
just
I
lost
recall
his eyes.
correctly, I have bronze skin, bronze-colored scales, excuse me.
Are we
Okay.
both bronze dragons?
I made mine first, Mike. And I have gold eyes, and I'm wandering the land in search of knowledge. Thank you.
What kind of knowledge, friend?
One does not discriminate knowledge.
Anything
Mike.
worth knowing, I presume.
Good answer. Good answer.
Understood. Yeah, I like that.
Great. I'm never gonna be able to tell you two apart.
Clearly I'm 6'7", he's 6'6". Duh.
Oh, 1 inch.
Not all dragons look alike.
It's a classic
I
racist
mean-
elf concept.
Excuse me.
They always think they're higher and mightier than everyone.
Rude.
All right. Is it me now? Or?
It's your turn, sorry.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I just
We'll just keep talking.
No, you're good. So I'm a gnome, so I have lots of names I've gotten throughout my life, but I don't know you guys that well, so I'll just tell you one. I actually put a picture of what I look like on the Facebook group, if you guys are interested. I have like not like short hair, but like long enough where it's like it's like kind of it's like moppy hair. I have a long white beard, and you could tell that I'm kind of old for a gnome. I'm about 250 years old, 247 years old to be exact, and I'm very small, like 3'2". I weigh barely anything. I tell you that. Oh yeah, and I also have I have two different color eyes. I have one that's orange, reddish color, and I have one that's like a darker shade of like.
Ooh.
And I tell you that I am well versed in the ways of magic, and that's the only thing I say. I don't tell you.
Why
And,
do gnomes have many names?
That's just part of the lore. I was reading about the lore of gnomes. They have
I
lots
think
of names.
his character was asking your character.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh.
realize you were. No. Yeah. We just as we grow older, we get lots of nicknames, and a lot of them stick. And my gnome community was very tight knit, so everyone knew all of my different names. And I've lived a long life, so I've had a decent bit of names given to me.
Thank you for sharing.
Jesus.
I like that.
All right, that's it for now.
Did Shakul say what kind of class he was?
Nope.
No,
Does he wish to share?
I'm a seeker of knowledge, Browning.
No. It's Berlin, but that's cool.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. I just wanted to give you that little bit of knowledge.
All right, now that we're
So-
done with the pleasantries,
Fick kind of leans in. He goes, "Look, you lot seem very capable. Extremely. You're all gonna die. Run away. Run as far as you can. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
where are you going?
Finally, someone with some sense.
Shut up, Beach.
I'm going north."
You're going north to where you told us that the pirate is.
No, he went north on the ocean. I'm going north on the land. If I go north while he's coming south, we'll pass by, and I have minimal chance of running into him ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of taps himself on the side of the head, and he's like, "That's how you think with your brain."
I like this guy.
Ginny comes out from behind the bar and at that and goes, "We are not leaving my home." Then he looks back. He goes, "Apparently, I'm not leaving."
So, how do you two know each other?
She's been... Well, she brought me here. And I never would have been accepted as the barkeep without Ginny.
Okay.
Ginny's kind of like royalty in these parts. Not by blood or anything, just, everyone knew who she was and who her family is.
Who's
Without her-
family?
Some friend of the Duke or whatever. I don't know. They grew up together. He became the Duke and he didn't, and they stayed friends, and now she's famous.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, good sir.
Did you offer? Oh, it's one of my drinks. I was like, did you offer a bar drink to the bartender?
No, he gave us the whole cash.
Yeah, you're right. You did.
And he's got the only good plan we've heard so far.
Well, this is why we don't take your advice, Beach.
Well, I do think, Beach, if I may, I do think that maybe helping out the Empire would earn us favor within the Empire, and I don't think making an enemy this early in our time
Who said
in
that
the
we're
Empire.
making enemies?
If we were asked to help and we don't, if we abandoned, I
Oh
imagine
yeah,
that we
I
wouldn't
assumed
be.
that we were all helping.
Yes, I was just explaining to Beach.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm with you. I'll do whatever.
Listen, you guys sound
I just enjoy living.
really heroic. I'm just saying. If you ask me, the smart thing is to leave. Because if I'm honest, I don't think anybody's going to be around in 2 days to tattle on you.
I thought
Tattle on
exactly.
us?
They're gonna kill everyone. We're just gonna be free people after this.
How truthful is he being with that 9 insight?
He believes it.
Okay. Yeah. In my experiences, no offense.
Does
Vic,
anybody else want to roll insight? I'll let
Yeah,
it be a
sure.
roll.
Let's do it. Let me figure this out first.
I will still say, with no offense to you, Fick, I don't take my smarts from somebody who surrounds themselves with alcohol all the time.
Excuse
says
me?
the person that you're traveling with, Beach.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he
Well-
got a lot of alcohol when he was out in the woods for a while. I'm confused by that one too.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus,
if you had
I
read my
pressed the wrong thing.
backstory.
Oh, I don't
Hey,
know if I
please.
fucked up.
Aphles, did you roll insight?
Yeah, I just. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I switched touches, so. Yeah, it wasn't higher than.
How do you roll insight?
I rolled an insight.
Click the insight button. What did you get, Aphles?
Where is the insight?
Hafleys fell
If
into
you
a
click
well.
on your character sheet,
Yeah,
Can you
I'm
click
on there.
yep,
Just click on insight.
insight, it'll be the second column, like about 3/4. It's alphabetically down.
Go to wisdom and move to the right.
Yes, correct.
God, I can't move this one. Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
She's also
Go.
playing on her phone, so that's an issue.
Oh, that my fault.
Okay.
Also,
What did you get, Aphles?
A 9.
Okay.
So is that
Going
like,
off the 15.
what's in the parentheses? Is that plus that number?
No, it's already added into it.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Carry on.
Going off of the 15. And this is I'm counting it as a group insight check, so you all know this or get the sense. He's hiding something, but he means what he's saying.
Okay.
What are you hiding?
Good point.
Do you actually ask that?
Yeah.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "Excuse me?"
Well, obviously you're withholding something. You wouldn't stay here just because of Ginny.
Who are you to tell me how I respond to my wife?
I didn't say that anything. I'm just asking a simple question. You have been here longer than we have.
Listen,
so
I would die for that woman back there. We gave you stew. We gave you a whole barrel of ale.
I hold up my
well, you
glass
gave
and nod my
Beach
head.
that barrel of ale.
No, I gave it to your crew. I
We're
assumed
all
you
drinking
were
it, not
a
just
group.
me.
It's not my fault a bunch of strangers walked in together acting like family, bunch of idiots.
I apologize if I worded that wrong. I'm just simply asking, since you have lived here longer than we've been here, if you know anything that can help us to try to help you save your home.
I don't think there's any help against Captain Shadowjaw. But if Jenny wants to stay, I'll stay.
Would you want to come with us and help, or are you staying here?
I've got no skills for helping in that sort of thing.
Well, your height definitely helps.
I may be big, but I'm slow.
Touche.
Alright.
Well, over that.
How do you know so much about Captain Shadowjaw? Have you encountered him before, or just through the stories that you've heard?
Stories. It's a port town, and I've got the tavern by the port. So everyone comes in here and drinks. When they drink, they tell sea stories. Sea what?
Yeah, yeah,
Tales?
yeah.
When they drink, they tell turtles. I got it.
Turtles.
Yeah. You're getting it.
I get it. Um,
Do you know
Unders-
anyone that can give us any information on Captain Shatterjaw? Since you know the stories, and you know the people who have told stories.
Well, as far as I know, anyone who's ever actually seen him
Is
is
dead.
dead.
How did I
Or
know?
part of his crew. But, there was a fellow who says his ship got sunk by Shatterjaw's fleet. I don't know if I believe him.
And he's alive.
Yeah, he's in the southern garrison. Sarge mentioned the watch and they're in the south and they're the first alarm, whatever.
I hold up my mug and go, "Let's go.
uh,
Where are you going?
We're gonna go talk to this guy. Learn about Captain Shatterjaw."
Might as well.
do we even know where he is?
Fick told you he's towards the southern garrison.
Okay, sorry,
Which-
I missed that one part. I was listening to everything else. I didn't hear that. Okay.
You don't know a specific location, neither does Fick. The only person who would know the specific location is Sarge.
I just already walk out the door hoping someone else will figure out where we're actually going.
Well, I mean, you're only 3 feet tall, so it's not like you got far.
Exactly.
See, when you walk out, it has shifted into nighttime. The sun's gone down and everything. But the waterfront is lit by torches and campfires and stuff of people still kind of sorting through rubble, gathering wounded, and you see most of you look to where the clerics were healing people by the original campfires, and most of that has calmed down. Everyone who's going to be saved has been saved, and the severely wounded are being moved into safer locations away. There is a noticeable lack of anybody not with a weapon, so all the civilians are gone. They've been moved somewhere you don't know, you didn't ask, nobody told you. And there were a couple civilians when you came in. So currently, the only civilians are Fick and Ginny that you can see. But it's also nighttime, so they might be just in their house. Soldiers are moving about, not super quick. No one's rushing. They're all just kind of walking about.
Okay.
What's the weather like?
And you guys are all still in the tavern, right?
You can see the moon, but it is cloudy. Well, oh, okay. You see the moon. It is a little cloudy, though. It's cool. It is approaching what we know as October, end of September.
Yep, I'm just standing outside waiting for everybody, sipping on my flagon I took with me, looking at the moon. Okay, everybody's coming.
Are there any like birds around?
Make a perception check.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh no,
Three.
one. No, not a natural one.
3 minus 2.
Three minus 2.
I gotta
Oh
say,
no, I'm sorry. It's a 3. It's a 3. Yeah, it's a 3.
I gotta say, I genuinely appreciate the fact that you're rolling real dice. No one can see it, and you're
Yeah.
still like, oh fuck, it's
Oh,
really,
yeah, I
really
mean,
bad.
It's no fun
I
if I
am-
just make it up.
I genuinely
I love
appreciate
it.
that. I love it.
There's no birds out right now, but again, it's nighttime. So,
Okay.
and it was just attacked. So,
You find a
Alright,
rare
alright, what-
water
what-
owl.
One more thing. Any rats?
there's a couple rats.
I can see them. Am I close enough where they can like hear me?
It's kind of like darting into the alley beside the thing. You could walk over to the alley. You saw a couple of rats dart into.
Yeah, I will.
It's not too far away.
Sorry, I'll make this quick. But so yeah, I walk into the alley.
Don't
and
apologize for playing the game.
I'm gonna make a bunch of squeaks, and I'm going to. This is one of my abilities as I can speak with small beasts.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask if he's seen any goblins, like type creatures, or like kind of describe goblin with like big humanoid, like it's just something that a rat would understand. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, not recently. It's mostly been just standard people that he sees walking around.
Okay.
He did eat a couple fingers today, though.
Great.
Did anyone hear me squeak at the?
You're only like 4 feet away from the group.
So everyone saw that.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just not like nodding like that was perfectly normal. That was.
It depends on
Yeah,
it depends on how loudly you did it.
I'm not here to judge.
I did it pretty softly. I mean, I don't know how close they are to me. So
He turns
everybody
back and
everybody
goes,
who's not Randy, make a perception check.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Perception.
No, I was still staring at the moon.
Beach is still he's feeling the ale. He's drunk. He's not really hearing to it.
I've had like 3.
in every campaign, there's at least
one.
Hey,
Bro-
if you were stuck on a prison ship for as long as I was, all right?
Brolin and Aaron, you hear him. It sounds like he's whispering at the alleyway. Shakal, you hear every squeak.
damn.
Who are you whispering to?
It's none of your concern.
I'm pretty sure if we're all traveling as a team and we're supposed to be watching each other's backs.
All right, fine.
We
I was
should
talking
be
to myself.
open.
I was talking.
Great. So we have a drunk and someone who is going crazy, talking to himself. Great. This is gonna be a great adventure, guys.
I see nothing wrong with talking to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I now just start
Sometimes-
marching south.
Sometimes I
Looking
find
for
I
something
give
that might look
myself
like a
another
garrison.
place.
Okay. There's some soldiers walking around, and as you start to walk south, they're all kind of looking at this
Actually,
half-drunk band of like 5 that is just randomly walking around, and they're not stopping you, but they're definitely looking over like, what the fuck?
So can I stop a guard and say, "Excuse me, sir, where's the southern garrison?"
Who are you?
I am Beach, wise sage, stalwart protector of the forests. You may have
Don't
heard
get
of me.
him started.
Some say I speak for the
Don't
trees.
get him started.
In fact, I
Can
speak
I
to the
hold
trees,
that
and the
beast
trees
and
speak
throw
to
him over
me.
my shoulder?
Okay. It's about 500 yards that way, and he points off, and you see the ruins of a tower.
Thank you, sir. And I just start walking.
Yeah, I follow Beach. I follow Beach. I'm ready to get this game.
Yeah, I'm
I
not.
follow Beach.
I'm
Okay.
following.
So you guys walk down. The guards are still the only people you see. There's no civilians anywhere. As you approach the tower, the ruins of the southern tower. Did I say the northern tower got ruined or the southern?
You said Southern Tower.
Okay, good. I'm staying consistent. As you approach the ruins of the southern tower, there's a firelight from inside the walls, and there's a couple different holes you can take to just walk in and see who's at the fire. And there's one guard standing outside the ruins, and he watches you approach, and he still doesn't stop you, but he kind of looks inquisitively at you all, and he goes, Can I help you?"
We're here to see a guy who knows anything about Captain Shutteroff.
Oh man, some subtlety, some subtlety.
None. I want to get this shit started.
All right. Hang on. And he goes in. He goes in, and you hear him go, "Which one of you was on that boat that supposedly got sank by Shadowjaw?"
All of us.
And there's just a long silence, and then somebody comes out, and he's kind of he's wringing his hands together, and he looks very nervous. And about 5'3", kind of short guy, human, standard like basic foot soldier armor on, two short swords, and kind of too dark to see any real distinct features. But he kind of looks at you. He sheepishly goes, "Sorry, you wanted to know about Shatterjewel?"
This is a turtle too. We're talking to.
No. This is a human.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Brolin.
I thought you were okay. Yeah. You were the one that was yelling about him. Yeah. We heard that this attack might have been something from him. He has forces that are a little bit more intimidating and aggressive than the regular forces you guys have encountered.
A little bit more aggressive. Listen, I was on a garrison, or en route to a garrison. It was 6 of our finest vessels. Shatterjaw's fleet wiped us out in no more than 20 minutes.
And how did you survive?
I fell in the water. I floated ashore. I cried for 3 days.
Great.
Sorry to.
You know he's
to
telling the
bring
truth.
up-
If
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is Shatterjaw, if it's really him, and I see that flag again, I'm joining his crew.
Why?
Because there's no other hope for survival.
Well, you survived.
You're weak.
I don't care.
Brolin, don't get any ideas. I don't do boats.
He goes back. He goes, "Is there anything else I might be able to help you with?"
Where do you know where he's from? Like, where is his home base?
Nobody knows where that bastard's from.
Hmm.
Do you believe this
Just
attack was from
operates-
Shatterjaw?
There's a couple other fleets, a couple other notable pirates,
And what?
but I must admit that we're in his waters, around his territory. He's never come this far south, but if he's expanding, this would be the sensible location for him to hit. Yeah.
So, question: you had been attacked. Your vessels had been attacked by Captain Shatterjaw. How long ago was this? And compared to when this city was attacked, or this port was attacked.
We were attacked on the way to the garrison north. Northern garrison on the outskirts. It's here. I
Yeah.
don't have a name for it. Shut up.
It's okay.
That would be 2 years ago now. But that's where his territory had ended up in recent events.
Okay. And you believe that he's just grown since then.
It wouldn't surprise me.
2 years to go, not that far though. If
Well-
his fleet is what you say it is.
If you
Pirate-
expand too fast,
Pirates are weird.
No.
They're not always expanding territory. And if they get too far away from their main base, they're not exactly welcome everywhere, are they? They don't.
And-
They don't often expand unless they've gained, significant number of new ships with which to demand those waters. You know what I'm saying?
And what does this port have
know
to
what you're
offer him?
This is the main port to the capital. Most of our traders, nobles from other lands, and merchants come to this port port of Duragor to either make their way to Peacewood and meet with the Empress, or just do business here.
Does the Empire have a navy?
Yeah.
So
Well,
what
This will
is it
mean
the
war,
Empire's
not just a
navy
simple
to
attack.
come on?
It's not that we can't take him on. If we mustered our full naval strength and brought them here, honestly, I think we'd win. But we
Of
can't.
course. I mean, you have an entire empire. It's just a pirate.
We
right.
can't get them here fast enough. Is the problem?
Remember, it's a 2-day ride.
Right.
It's 2-day horse ride to Peacewood. You
What
don't
about
know.
a dragon ride? What about a bear ride? A wolf?
Well, it would be a 4-day bear
Bears
ride,
and wolves. Bears and wolves moves about as fast as a horse.
but they don't have the stamina.
A dragon could get there in half a day.
All right, who's got a dragon?
Oh yeah, I got one in my back pocket.
Do we know, Ethan? Do we know about dragons?
You know dragons exist.
We're
Okay.
dragonborn, so
I know a
Oh,
dragon.
yeah,
and I
true,
kind of
true.
nudge Brolin and like wiggle my
Can you
eyebrows.
fly? Can you fly, though?
wiggle them, wiggle them.
But so the main issue is that
Waggle.
ships are basically too far away. They're bringing in as many as they can quickly, and that was what your ship came in for.
Okay.
But they can't get enough ships here to defend in time, or
Right.
if this is Shatterjaw, they're not. That's not confirmed yet.
Well, sir, can you direct us to someone who saw some real action yesterday?
First of all, fuck you.
Well, did you?
First of all, don't
You don't
talk to
seem
my
to
little
know much.
dude like that.
Secondly, everyone who was here yesterday would be back at the docks. My party here, we arrived from deeper into the forest as part of the reinforcements.
Reinforcements.
See, I don't
okay.
get all pissy with me.
Are we like, can we see into that northern tower thing?
The southern tower?
No, that one. Southern, yeah. I don't remember.
right to the ground, right?
It's not. Well, it's mostly crumbled to the ground. There's debris scattered all around. You could walk up closer and look in. There's nothing stopping you.
All right, I'll do that.
As you approach, you look in, and there's about 12 soldiers gathered around the campfire. Some of them are eating. Some of them are just smoking and hanging out. There's a couple. There's 4 more soldiers that you can see sleeping in the corner. There looks to be about in total 20 guys here.
What are they wearing? Are they wearing like cloaks and stuff like that? Or...
There's 2 guys in cloaks. The rest are in standard foot soldier gear. It's chainmail, plate boots, leather pauldrons, swords. And then there is one larger guy. He looks like the garrison captain or whatever. He has full plate mail armor and a broadsword across his back.
Where is he in regards to where we are?
He's by the fire. He's talking with his guys.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's all I got.
Well, the way I see it, we can do one of 2 things. You can do the sensible
Go for it,
thing and
Beach.
just leave.
No.
As some of the refugees leaving this place. Or
No.
we can find someone in command to tell us where they need us.
All right. So
and wait
I
to
think
die
that we
tomorrow.
should... Oh, shut up, Beach. I
Hey.
think that we should. What? What?
Don't tell him to shut up.
Peach is
Well,
right. Peach is right.
He just wants to die. Like he just wants to run away.
I don't want to
or
die.
I don't
So
think
then
he wants
man
to
up.
run away.
Man up. We need to find that Captain Sergeant dude, and we need to figure out where the best
Where
place
needs
for
us?
us is.
Let's go.
The guy you were talking to says, if you're looking for Sarge, I know he was lodging on the ship you rode in on for the
He was
night.
there the whole time? Oh, okay. Was he on our boat the whole time?
He was the other prisoner.
Not that you're aware of.
Okay.
No, Beach. He was not the answer. No.
Yeah, honestly, though, that's immediately what
That was actually what I was thinking too. That was actually pretty spot on.
Like, it's probably not true, but
It's definitely not.
But the tortoise said that he wasn't leaving the ship.
Yeah, but he doesn't. No, he didn't say why he wasn't leaving the ship.
All right, let's just fucking go back to the ship.
Okay.
Thanks, Douche Canoe, for literally telling us nothing about Captain Shatterjaw thing, and I really hope that.
I mean, he told
Okay,
you
bye.
he's based near.
Also, I really like your boots.
Born Riven. So, you guys head back to the ship.
Bitch.
Do you all go back to the ship and go on board again?
Yes.
yeah,
Well, I do.
I go to.
Yeah, we all go.
Yes.
Feldra's there, and she greets you all, and she says, "Ah, you've got your equipment. Are you looking for a place to rest for the evening? I guess."
We are looking for Sarge.
He's on the ship. My quarters.
And that would be...
Past. It's the only door on the top deck.
Roger that.
As we're going down to, or as we're going to the quarters, I'm gonna look around. What is the ship that we're on? While we're not prisoners anymore, what's the state of this ship? Is it still in good condition?
Ship's
Is there a
in
lot of
great.
people-
Ship's in great condition. There's. Make a perception check.
Okay, absolutely, I will.
Okay. I was gonna just describe everything, but
Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah, good enough. Because they're not hiding. There's two guys up in the crow's nest. This ship looks fairly new. There are 7 cannons on the top deck on either side of the ship. There's 2 forward-facing cannons. As you're walking up the plank, you can see there's below the top 7. There's a row of 6, and another row of 6. So this ship is at least 4 layers deep, because on the prison level that you guys were in, there was no cannon.
Okay.
As
we're walking, I'm gonna ask Keldick.
Keldrick's not with you.
Oh, who was?
The
Talk to?
Captain
Feldra.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Captain Felder then. In any of the battles that she's seen, do you think that even with prepared defenses, we have a chance of standing with what's coming, standing against what's coming?
Well, we don't know what's coming, first of all. I heard there's a lot of talk that Captain Shatterjaw, and if it is, I look forward to getting my revenge.
Revenge on what?
He sank the ship my father captain.
I apologize.
Oh shit.
It's fine. So, if it is him, I will have my revenge, and this ship will bring it to me. This is the finest ship in the fleet, and I was given it when I was given captainhood a month ago.
How many
A
ships?
month ago.
How many ships was in his fleet? Shadowjaw. Or sorry, what's his name again?
Shatterjaw.
Shatterjaw. Sorry.
Although I wish I had gone with Shadowjaw.
He has no jaw; it's just a shadow.
Well, I could have done a lot with that.
Got the grudge
Anyway,
girl.
well, I'm sorry. What was the question?
How many ships were in his fleet?
That we know of, at least 10.
And we're going at him for one.
Yeah, basically.
So we can't hope to win a war of attrition. So we need to get.
There are 4 ships in the harbor
Oh, okay.
of equal size to this one, but this one is in the best condition, and one of the other ships has a broken mast.
So the reason why you guys failed before was because you tried to do a war of attrition when outmatched. Like what we need to do is we need to be smart and we need to get on the ships.
You talking about yesterday's attack?
Yeah, the one that he said his dad
Yeah.
died, right?
No.
No,
He
that
didn't
one
die
Died
yesterday.
a while ago.
That happened a while ago.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
The attack yesterday was a surprise, so they weren't exactly prepared for an attack of that magnitude.
But-
they were.
Right, but they saw how many ships that were like in his thing, right?
Yeah, yesterday they counted 10.
Okay, so I don't know. That's just my input on the situation.
No, I agree. I do.
So
I
there,
do feel like we are strongly outnumbered, and I feel like that this is. I'm hoping that if we just hold defense for a little while, something will happen. They'll peter off.
Oh, great. Nice.
So do you guys continue to go find Sarge?
Yeah.
All right. So as you walk into the captain's quarters, it's not very fancy. It's all just the same oak wood as the ship.
Jesus Christ. This is why we can't have nice things.
He already wants to marry the captain.
I stepped away. I didn't see that.
Sorry.
That's what she looks like.
Oh man, I can't. Oh, I gotta scroll. Oh, Beach has got taste.
Oh, she hot. Oh, it disappeared.
Yeah.
My character's smoking a
I
pipe. That's
just-
the
I-
sound you hear in the
Just
background.
quietly, just thinking to myself.
So anyway, sorry, you walk in. It's not very fancy. It's the same wood as the rest of the ship. There's a single table that's bolted to the floor, like you can see the bolts into the floor, so that this table does not rock when the seas get stormy. There's clasps near the table where it looks like chairs clip in, but there aren't chairs there right now.
Kinky.
Not kinky.
Standard boat stuff.
And then off to the back corner, there's a little desk, and at the desk you see Sarge with a single candle going over some papers and making some marks on what looks like maps, kind of pausing, and then again he seems to not notice you come in.
So,
That he
Right.
kind of jumps a little bit and looks back at you. He goes, "Oh, you lot. Did you find everything you needed?"
Yes.
We found our belongings. Thank you very much.
And the ale we were promised.
Glad to hear it.
And
We really could use your help here at the docks.
Precisely how?
I don't know any of your skill sets, but you seem much more specialized than the soldiers I have. I'd like you to be our last line of defense.
And where would you like that to be set
Better than the
up?
front lines, I guess.
You'll be directly working with me, Feldra, and the Turtle.
Where?
Okay.
On the docks. We'll be commanding from this ship using several magical messengers to coordinate defenses. From myself giving orders, and you'll be on standby. And you're not soldiers. We don't expect you to sit on the front lines, but if we need you, we'd like to have you here.
And what do you have protecting from the docks in between where Peacewood is? Do you have any sort of protection in between the docks and the capital?
The forest itself protects Peacewood.
Can we be stationed there?
Why do you say that? What is in the woods?
The woods themselves. They are alive.
the sound of music.
The hills are alive.
Sorry.
Do we have any artillery support, like cannons, ballista, something?
Cannons
Well,
on the
there's
ship.
cannons in the ship.
The ones in the northern tower.
I mean, like big
I
cannons
think
on
we-
land.
I believe we positioned 2 mortars as far back in the city as we could while still being able to reach, but
This might not be entirely hopeless after all. And
First
I really
comes
like
first.
not being on the front lines.
we got all civilians out that would leave. There are a few stubborn ones here in the city.
Like these idiots.
Got them all into the forest. The Force has protected our lands before, and it will not allow enemies to enter Peacewood.
Well, that's the forest for you.
But
Well,
we need this
let's
tower.
just put Beach in the forest and let him talk to the trees.
Oh gods, no! I'd rather be here dying.
Oh, really? Because not even half an hour ago, you didn't want to die.
Well, I didn't want to be on the front lines. I didn't want to have to be jumping ship to ship. I like the idea of hiding in a basement somewhere and being called on when we're needed. Isn't that what he said?
We're not going to be in a basement.
All right. Well, we're at your disposal, Sarge.
I greatly appreciate that, Master.
Me and my assistants.
No.
I was asking your name, friend.
I am Beach. Wise sage and stalwart protector of the forest.
Don't get him started. Don't get him started. Don't get
You
him
may have
started.
heard of me. They say
I'm
I
gonna
seek
put
for
my
the
mouth.
trees.
Well,
I'm putting my hand on Beach's
there are beds. There are beds below deck, one floor down.
Thank you.
It's not much, but it's better than you've had in the brig. And you'll each have your own rooms as well.
Thank God.
So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna kind of go to smoke my pipe.
I'm
You
gonna
could
go.
smoke a pipe right in front of the sergeant; he wouldn't care.
No,
I know IRL.
But like, I mean, we're clearly waiting for something, like, or like being prepared for something. So I'm just gonna kind of like chill.
I'm
kinda like
waiting
that.
for you guys to tell me you went to sleep.
Yeah.
I rushed to sleep.
Like that.
I'm implying that I'm like kind of chilling and just waiting.
I would like to, before we go to sleep, I would like to just ask Sarge if he knew anything about the other prisoner in the brig.
Yeah, that too.
Thank God somebody brought it back.
Oh my! I was trying to for a while, but then everyone just kept asking stupid questions.
Listen,
Sorry,
Michael.
not stupid questions.
But
So yes, I ask about.
he tells you the prisoner was a pirate lord.
Okay.
But the his fleet's been destroyed by someone else, and he was given directly to the I have to remember so many names. Kaidnar Empire, as a gesture of good faith from this other kingdom.
Okay.
Can we question? Did you question him already?
Question who?
The prisoner?
Nope.
Do you mind if we take a crack at it?
Do whatever you want to him.
I don't take part in it. I go and smoke my.
Brolin, let's go.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Okay. All right.
I'm also sleeping.
Shuckle, or what are you doing?
Oh, I am
He's
actually
gently snoring.
sitting down and snoring.
Okay.
So I'm
Alright,
actually
cool,
gonna
so-
go to the bathroom IRL because I'm not there.
Go for it.
I'm here in spirit.
As we're walking down, I'm gonna talk to Aaron and say, this prisoner, we've tried to talk to him before. We were here a little bit before you were, and he seems to give no response. I don't think we should go too crazy, and if he refuses, I don't think we should push it too much and try to make a scene where we don't have to. We need our energy for tomorrow.
I understand that. The only thing is, I do know things. I can
No,
do certain things that you cannot to try to get some information out.
I believe.
If you know what I mean.
Britt, did you tell us what class you
I've
were?
heard.
I'm a
Druid.
Which one's class? Yeah, I'm a druid.
She said
Oh,
that.
okay.
She did.
No, okay, cool. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're good.
no, that's okay.
So with your guidance, I think we can get a little bit of information out of him. Not everything.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so you two go down to the brig. And that prisoner is still sitting, hood up, against the wall.
Um,
Hi.
hello. Does he do anything when we approach at all?
Nope, he stays seated.
Okay. He's in a locked cell, right?
Correct.
Okay. Is there anyone else around us?
There's a guard at the steps, or Keldic is at the steps, he's kind of snoozing. He's sitting down on a chair and he's sleeping, and when he hears you coming down the steps, he kind of looks up. He goes, "Evening," and he kind of goes back to sleep.
Okay. So how far away is he? I know that you said he's near the stairs. Like, I know you said it's a small brig.
You
Just-
are currently 10 feet away from Keldic.
Okay.
If you're standing at the door to this cell,
We are.
10 feet.
And I'm gonna look over to him, now knowing a little bit of information about him, and I'm gonna say, so friend, what fleet did you sail with? Nothing?
For the first time, he kind of sits forward, and you realize now his eyes have been closed, and they open and look at you. And he says,
Okay.
"Why do you keep trying to talk to me?"
Because I believe that you could be a little bit of a help to us. We're in a situation where we have... Oh.
Why would I help you?
There's a difference between helping and informing, giving us wisdom, providing us knowledge. Do you want to die on this ship?
I'm dead no matter what happens. Some of you go down with me. Better days.
Maybe we... I want to stress that I'm whispering. Maybe as a hint to Aaron.
Listen.
Whispering.
Sorry.
Maybe we might have...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. We might have a way, if things go our way, to get you off of this ship. If there was a situation where we're attacked in the commotion, if you're willing to help us, we might be able to get you out.
And whispering as well. Whether we help you off the boat or if you do end up giving us knowledge, I do know one particular person in a very high spot who does... Hold on, let me scroll. Hold on. I gotta get the words correct. There's a lot of chat in this. Holy fuck.
Keldic
Who-
doesn't hear you. He keeps sleeping.
Okay. I do know someone in a very high spot who is known for her fairness and judgment. So if you do try to help this port and this land and this empire, we could put in a good word.
It sounds like deception.
It is not really deception. It is just trying not to reveal all the information that I know.
That sounds like...
I'm not lying. I'm just not saying
What
it's
I-
actually
what
true.
I'm not lying. I am not lying. I
Do you
just know
see?
things.
Do you see what I whispered you, Britt?
Hold on. No, I gotta scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm on my phone. Sorry, bear with me.
Did you accidentally whisper it to everybody?
No, you don't need to know.
Not the perception roll.
Yeah, okay, and they don't know that.
Well,
Okay,
no,
then
like,
make
if
Then make a
yeah.
deception. I'm making sure you understood your
Okay.
situation.
All right,
because
yeah,
it's
okay.
definitely a
That's
deception check.
All right,
That's what I
deception.
thought
Which one's
too.
that?
it's under wisdom,
Where
I think.
is it?
Oh no, charisma.
Charisma.
So charisma. I have to roll charisma.
No, you have
You
to
mu-
roll deception. You have to hit the deception button on roll 20.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Why does it have to be charisma? My charisma sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can get a good roll.
Did
Oh
I?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'll
What'd you
do.
That'll do, pig.
17.
Nice.
He kind of looks at you for a second, He goes, "You think you know somebody high enough up that they'd let me go?"
If you were to help us in a very substantial way, I believe that said person would take a little bit of consideration into your judgment.
I want a ship.
You want to ship? All right, that's asking a little bit too much. We're just trying to figure out how we can all
Fucking Jack
survive
Sparrow.
here.
Listen,
Do you want a jar of sand too?
Honestly, I just have to say the role playing for the last has been stellar. Like, seriously.
listen. Without me, you guys have no shot. With
Well, it's
me,
not like I
you
can
have
make a 2-day trip.
tiny shot. You understand?
No, I
I'm
understand where
giving
you're coming
you
from.
a 1 in 100 chance of surviving the deadliest pirate captain that's ever run the seas.
Well, how do I know your information
I'm
is
gonna
as
interrupt.
valuable as a ship?
I'm gonna interrupt. This is getting out of hand. I'm assuming we're all still whispering, just very angrily. And I'm going to say, I'm not super familiar with this lady next to me.
Wow.
But
Wow. Wow.
to be fair, I've only known you for 4 days, and you're as much a prisoner as I am, so you don't know that much about me either. And I will say
Touche.
that I have no allegiance to these people that has put us in this brig. I have no allegiance to this empire as of now that has caught us. I'm willing to, in a commotion, like I said, see if I can get you out. Break free. Whatever you do, whether you get a boat or not, that's up to you. We have no power here. We're just told to hold these lines. I feel like you're a powerful ally to have. I like the whole dark, mysterious thing you got going on.
He's a pirate.
Can I
We
get your
don't-
number?
Yeah, like, what's up, dude?
This would be so much more fun in person because I'm acting like the characters I'm portraying, and I literally just
You need a
realized I'm
webcam,
doing
bro.
it. Like I literally switched how I'm sitting depending on who I'm talking.
Oh, really?
Anyway,
Love
sorry.
it.
So yeah, so any information you could help us with, or any combat experience would be much appreciated. I'm sure you have some powerful allies elsewhere.
So, the elf girl
What?
says she knows somebody who can get me off. And dragon dumbass says that if the commotion's big enough, he might let me out,
No, I said if there's a commotion, I will let you out.
and then I'm on my own.
Yeah.
What help? What use am I to you?
None, really?
To be fair to you, I usually kill the useless ones.
Ooh. Well, listen.
To be fair to you,
We're not gonna do that.
I like your cloak, dude.
He kind of sinks back and crosses his arms and leans back up against. And from under his hood, and in a manner that doesn't make sense, he produces a cigar.
Bitch, where?
And he
Where'd you get it?
snaps his finger,
Fire.
and it just lights.
Interesting.
And he just starts he kind of takes.
How
Okay.
far away from me is he? In the
Right
cell.
now?
Yeah.
The cell is. They're small cells. They're about 6 feet by 6 feet.
Is he at the back end of the cell?
Yep, he's leaning against the wall.
I really wanted to grab that cigar and take it, and slowly say, "Do we have a deal?" And start puffing on.
So he
I
kind
feel
of
like if you do that, he's gonna hurt you.
he's just
No.
he's thinking, and he says, "I like the dragon's plan. You let me go, and we say the door fell open in the chaos.
We
I
say
go my
whatever you
way,
want.
and I owe you one if I see you again.
Absolutely.
Here's what I can tell you about Shatterjaw.
Okay.
If it's him, he has an inside man.
Who?
He never sacks a town without an inside man.
Who?
That's how
He
he
wouldn't
gets
know- he wouldn't
past
know that. He wouldn't know that.
defenses.
Yeah. Okay.
Past defenses. So are they working for
I don't know.
terror?
I just know how he does it.
He would have
I met him exactly one time, and he did not show me his face.
So
Okay.
it's a male. Where
Oh,
did
yeah.
you meet him?
On the seas.
Can I roll an insight to see if that story is true?
Yep.
If he met Shatterjaw on the sea.
I'm gonna
And
save
if
you the
he's on
roll.
it-
You could roll a nat 20, and he's telling the truth.
Okay. Okay. I was for a second thinking for some reason that this might have been Shatterjaw somehow. I don't know how that would have worked, but
That's not
pretty
shit.
damn.
He's his own inside man.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I'm not dead, so I don't know anything.
Okay, so all right.
Do you have any insight on how it is best to defeat him?
Find
What's his weak point?
Find his inside man.
But
If
where
you
the
can get
fuck
the
is he?
I don't know.
Well,
If you can get the inside man, you cut off the information. If you stop the information, Shatterjaw either comes in blind or calls off the attack. But you've got to do it before.
before.
Sorry. No,
Long pause.
something popped up in chat. Sorry.
Mhm.
You've got to do it before. I'd say probably 11. He's not going to give you much more time to wake up.
Like, you
He
got-
knows the soldiers are tired. He's giving them the night to panic. Okay? He's letting them wear themselves out. Then, just when they think, oh, the attack's not coming, maybe it wasn't Shatterjaw, he's gonna hit. And if he knows where the enemy troops are by that time, it's game over.
11 a.m. or 11 p.m.?
AM.
Oh, okay. What time is it now?
Probably about 9 at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're already sleeping.
I'm gonna say that I think we have all the information, and I think we're pretty good here, and I would nod to him.
Yep, whatever he says. Because my idea didn't work.
And I will say, are we good?
You talking to me or him?
Nope. Okay.
Of course not. You're not talking to me.
No, I'm not talking to you. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
go figure. Go figure. Nobody talks to me.
Nope. it's-
Aaron's just pouting in the corner.
sorry.
Brit,
What?
Aaron, roll a perception check.
Perception? The fuck?
Oh,
For what?
I really tried to do that. Dude.
For
Roll-
what? Hold
roll
on.
a
Wait, I
one.
think I pressed the wrong one. I pressed the wrong one. Hold on.
That went as well as the roll did.
Oh. Perception.
How do I roll directly to you?
/GMR.
Oh.
Perception
You
for
both-
what?
You both nat one it, so.
What? Nobody tells me anything. What just
Yeah,
happened?
We don't know. We don't know. We gotta wait. Hold on.
Oh my
Can we for
Shit, I'm gotta do a thing now. Hang on.
Oh God, are we dead? Did I
No,
no,
die?
no, nobody's dead. Calm down.
Sleight of
Nobody's
hand.
dead.
What are you sliding of my hand?
There was like a shoot.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Whoops.
Britt,
Boy.
you're really focusing on this guy's what he's saying. So somehow you fucking missed the fact that Brolin just pulled a dagger out from like behind his trousers and like really looked like he was trying to sneak, but just like hit every bar on the way there and then dropped it in front of the in front of the stranger.
I'm gonna give him a wink and a finger gun.
Who are you trying to stab?
Wasn't trying. He was trying to give him a
He
dagger.
tried to sneak a dagger to the stranger, but instead just smashed it against the bars and dropped it and tried to act cool about it.
The noise wakes Keldick up,
Great.
and he starts coming over and he goes, "What are you doing? What was that? What was that? Did he do something to you guys?"
And I'm gonna say, I'm sorry. I tripped. I got big dragon feet in these small hallways.
Oh, well, deception.
Don't you dare tell me I have to roll a deception.
Good.
You're
catch,
not. You
my
didn't say
dude.
anything. You didn't say
Good
anything.
catch. Good catch.
All right.
That's pretty
Give me a second.
good. Yeah, you're a warlock, so your charisma's super high.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that warlock's thing is charisma.
Yeah.
It's different
I
from
like
the
how
other
it's cut it,
spellcasters
get a lot
besides
of there.
Bar.
Yeah, mine's not.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Your pal saved your ass.
Okay, good.
So the guy, without moving, he both hides the cigar when Keldick wakes up and just moves his foot out and slides the dagger soundlessly beneath his cloak. And he just goes back to sitting in the same position he was sitting in before you guys came down. And Keldick looks over at him, and he looks back at you guys. He goes, "Why don't you guys get out of here?"
Yeah, this guy's useless. He doesn't give us anything, and I'm just gonna walk by.
Mm,
Okay.
Subtlety.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
Clearly, I'm great
In
at
our
subtlety.
separate rooms.
I love
So-
Edward's
We are
character.
not together.
You
Yeah.
guys all go to sleep?
Well, on our way up, like the stairs, I'm gonna turn to Brolin. Brolin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brolin.
Why
Cool
did you
of your
give him a
name.
dagger?
Well, I did it as a peace offering to show that we can be trusted as well as he could be trusted.
We can be trusted, but what do you think?
I don't even know you. I don't even
How
know that you
do-
can be trusted.
No,
I
I
can trust
understand that,
him
I
as
understand
much
that.
as I
Hold
can
on.
trust.
Hold your horses.
Yes.
So my thing is, how do you expect him not to use it on us? Yes, you gave it to him as a peace offering, but he's a pirate.
We are prisoners. We have nothing that he wants. We don't have lots of gold and riches. We don't have any power or anything that he would want from us.
Well, I mean, seeing as though I literally just lied to him and told him that I know people in high places, he can come after me and kidnap me.
That's not my fault.
All right. Well, you know what? I thought we were supposed to be working together here. But fuck me,
So-
right?
I mean,
After your little exchange, after your little lovers quarrel on the staircase.
All right. There's no lovers' quarrel.
there might be. I don't know.
Listen, okay. I
So
don't go for
you all
dragging.
go.
I can also give her a wink and some finger guns.
I snap your finger guns in half.
You go to your separate quarters,
Yeah.
and
thank you.
you rest.
Can I share a room with Beach?
Yeah,
No.
if you want to.
I would
I'm
like
sleeping
to.
on the floor anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all share. You all
fuck.
take to your respective rooms. Does anybody else do anything privately at night? Shakul or
Well,
No.
that's a little personal question.
But-
I kind of like kick my leg
before I
oddly
go
in my
to sleep.
sleep like a dog.
study your spells?
But
Okay.
speaking
Yeah.
of retiring, I cannot physically continue.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna call it
Okay.
because it's 1 a.m. and I know Chris came into this tired. You guys are really close. But you guys go to sleep, and you sleep through the night without issue. There's guards watching for you, so if something happened, they would have woken you up. Around with the rising of the sun, Sarge does come down and kind of knock on each one of your doors and request your presence up top deck. And Keldic told him you talked to the prisoner, and he's kind of going to ask you what you found out, if anything.
Okay.
So that is where we will leave it.
Okay.
Woo!
I hope you all enjoyed my storytelling, and
That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah,
Oh,
really,
yeah.
good job.
Really good, dude.
10 out of
Really
10.
good job.
And also, Brene, I want to let you know that was nothing personal. That's just role playing. I wasn't trying to be a jerk to you.
Oh no, I know
Yeah.
you're fine.
you
No,
guys
I
got to
thought you were
stop
doing something like-
You guys got to stop apologizing for both one role playing and two just playing the game.
That's true.
Like
I didn't think it was anything personal.
I'm gonna
I
make
was
it in-
just wondering what the fuck happened.
I'm gonna make an
I was
insight
trying
check. Sorry,
I was
sorry.
trying to be,
That's the whole point.
I was trying to be secretive about what I was
and,
doing. It did
and-
not work.
What
Not
time- what
at
day is it?
all.
For anyone who's watching, we'll be back next Sunday, 10:30. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Later, dudes.
Thanks